Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes, tamu sana. Yesterday, William Ruto and his brigade were in Kisii for their campaigns. And from one of the rallies that William Ruto held in Kisii, a man was captured live on camera assaulting a woman, simply because the woman had shouted Azimio. So before we dig into our analysis of today, let me take this opportunity to thank Kenya National Police Service for arresting that man that was captured live on camera assaulting a woman. Because I strongly believe, ladies and gentlemen, that Kenyans should learn to be tolerant to divergent opinions. We cannot all think in the same direction or think alike. Sometimes we must give room for divergent opinions. That's exactly what our Constitution guarantees to us. So let me take this opportunity to once again thank our police service for doing a wonderful job by arresting that man who was captured assaulting that woman. And for those who had not seen that video, I want you to have a look at that video, after which, as usual here, we are just going to dissect it to see exactly what it means politically and what it portends for William Ruto's presidential bid this year. Because that incident actually just thwarted William Ruto's mission yesterday in Kisii. It created a picture that William Ruto's mission in Kisii yesterday actually flopped. It backfired. Have a look at this clip.
Kisema Kenya kwanza, tunasema kazi ni kazi. Kenya kwanza, Kenya kwanza. Nikisema kazi ni kazi, tunasema pesa mfukoni. Kazi ni kazi.
Yes, it's good that that man has so far been arrested, because I strongly believe that each and every person is free to express himself or herself. That's what the Constitution guarantees Kenyans. And looking at that short clip, ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing a lady there shouting Azimio. And looking keenly at that clip, she's not being violent to anybody. She's just shouting, or rather expressing her interest, shouting Azimio. After which a man emerges from nowhere to assault her. And so far, that man has been identified as Joash Atemba Nyang'ati. And there is even a photo there of him and William Ruto. An indication that Ruto and this man, they might know one another. So Kenyans are asking questions. And I know some Kenyans are asking, is William Ruto planting goons and hooligans in his rallies to intimidate those who do not agree with him politically? Is he planting such goons in his rallies to intimidate Kenyans who do not agree with William Ruto politically? That's a question I know some Kenyans might be asking. So in this video, I want us to have a look at three political meanings of that kind of an incident and what it portends for William Ruto and Kenya Kwanza Alliance. That's going to be our analysis and discussion right now. If in case you've just bumped here for the very first time, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you, God bless you, God bless Kenya. The first meaning to that is that William Ruto and his Kenya Kwanza Alliance are forcing themselves on Kenyans. That's one thing coming out from that clip, and I'm going to explain it. Secondly, William Ruto and his team brigade, they have already seen they are fast losing popularity. And that has pushed them to some desperation. Or rather, they are getting desperate as a result of losing that popularity. And then thirdly, that also exposes Ruto and his team as a violent team, a violent group. Let's start with the first meaning. They are forcing themselves on Kenyans. It's barely 1 month ago. It's barely 1 month. Let me say it that way. We had and saw mythically in Turi, a very close William Ruto ally, talking about Madoadoa while he was in Rift Valley. And those Madoadoa remarks were being seen as a clever strategy and tactic by William Ruto to intimidate those living in Rift Valley who do not agree with him politically to support his bid, or rather to accept to support his political ambition. Because those Madoadoa remarks was a clever strategy William Ruto was using to intimidate Kenyans who do not support him politically to either keep quiet or not to air their true allegiance or to show their true support. And then it seems to appear that Ruto and his team are exporting that trend to Kisii. They are now exporting that trend to Kisii, and to a larger extent, other parts of the country. And in this case, in Kisii, looking at that clip, it's very clear that William Ruto and his team, they wanted to force, or rather to intimidate, to scare those who had attended that rally into not actually showing where their true allegiance really lies. William Ruto and his team are cleverly, or were cleverly, forcing residents there to actually swallow the bitter pill William Ruto was actually serving them. Because you are seeing William Ruto actually forcing them, nikisema hivi museme hivi. So it's just actually forcing himself onto the people. That comes out clearly looking at that short clip. So that's just an indication that maybe they're running scared and their only option is to force themselves onto the people. The second point, from the previous or other recent opinion polls that have been done, it's very clear that William Ruto has been steadily losing popularity. He has been declining. And naturally, from where I sit, that has the potential of causing some desperation or causing some worry in any other person, William Ruto being such kind of a person. So that desperation, as it says in William Ruto's camp, it has the potential of making William Ruto and his foot soldiers resort to some queer behaviors, the ones we have just seen there. Because now, they just want, they are desperate. And that desperation is making them to actually now go to an extent of even trying to scare people, or rather to intimidate people to support them. It's just because of desperation. And that comes out clearly. Ruto and his team, they might be running desperate, and that desperation is a result, or maybe as a result, of them losing popularity. That comes out very clearly. And then finally, that incident exposes Ruto and his team as a violent group. Violent. And when I talk about violent, Kenyans can still remember Rashid Echesa slapping some IEBC official. Kenyans can still remember Didmas Baraza slapping some young man who had been given a job to do by Didmas Baraza. Upon completing that job, when he had gone to be paid, or rather when he had gone to Baraza seeking payment, he was given a hot slap. Kenyans can still remember those incidences. And those are just cases of violence, all attributed to William Ruto's political side and wing. And now we are seeing such kind of an incident happening in William Ruto's rally. Those are just indications that Ruto and his team are a violent team, a violent group. And Kenyans have not forgotten about 2007 post-election violence. Those are clear indications that Ruto and his team are a violent group. They are out to cause chaos. They are out for war. That's something coming out very, very clearly. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, such kind of incidences should not actually be tolerated. Kenyans should learn and know to tolerate divergent opinions. We cannot all think in one direction. We must have divergent opinion. That's what makes a society. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude, let me remind you that if in case you've just bumped here for the very first time And so far you have not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. To our fans, our subscribers here, I'm very much humbled, very grateful for the kind of support you are giving me here. God bless you, God bless Kenya. To any other person who is also a fan of us here, but so far you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you, God bless you, God bless Kenya.